You're listening to Dude Podcast with JC and Will. Put some pep in that step. Enjoy the show.
Hola, I'm JC.
Hola, me llamo Will. And you are watching.
You're watching.
I don't know how to say it in Spanish.
In my head, I was hoping I could do that, and I was like, I don't speak Spanish.
No, but hey, you, senor, I can say that. I know that much. Are watching.
Dude. It is Dude Podcast.
Just change the vowels a little bit, and that works.
You know, I did study abroad. We've talked about it a couple of times. I studied abroad in Spain. I did take a Spanish class over there.
I think you got worse at Spanish as you went along.
I think I did, and I failed the class, and well, because it was like an immersion class, right? Like it was one of those like no English spoken, the entire time. And, like, she would, like, not speak to you in English. And I was like, at one point, I did, like, the whole, like, I'm having a hard time. Like, I was like, hey, can we break character? Hola.
So you just sat in class not knowing what was going on ever?
I kind of did. And then, dude, and I was far and away the worst person the class. I was so bad, and like everybody else is, and they're so much smarter. It's like all these kids who like speak multiple languages, and you know, and they're all like, "Oh, you at least speak English. That's good." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do, but I'm a moron and I don't speak anything else."
Here's the thing: you went on that trip with Hunt Rose, who is a buddy of ours, and he's a very smart guy. Do you think you would have misrepresented America had Hunt not, like, your classmates would have thought less about America had Hunt not been there?
I wouldn't have survived. Like, let's just, like, say it what it is. Like, I would not exist right. I would have had to get a plane ride back to United States because I would have not survived without Hunt. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's not lost on him that I would have died. We did a reciprocal exchange.
Yeah.
All right. Reciprocal exchange is they send some kids over here.
Yeah.
We send some kids over there.
Right.
To the University of Valencia. Right.
Right.
That's it. Right. There's no instructions. There's not a whole lot of help. You have sort of like one person who like is like, "Hey, I'm here to help you," but like they don't really like. I don't know how much they get out of it. I don't think they get paid. I don't know what they get out of it. You know. So hopefully they want to help you. And ours was Carlos. I think Carlos was secretly in love with Hunt. We found that out later on. You know, who knows?
Good looking man.
I mean, he's a good-looking man. I remember that was also one of my favorite memories. It's one of his favorite memories of all time when Carlos got really intoxicated. It was like one of the last nights we were there.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't spend a ton of time with Carlos, but like he was really influential when we first got there. And then we hung out with him a couple nights before we left, kind of as a thank you. I think we took him out for some drinks or whatever. And he had like this like breakdown. Like one night, he'd had a lot of drinks. He had his breakdown. And I remember he was like mad at me or something. He was like, excuse me. He was like, "You," because he pointed at me. He goes, you are nothing special. You look like everyone else here. And you don't even speak Spanish or something. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, like, it was like one of those like weird, like, I'm like taking it. I'm like looking at Hunt and he goes, "Look at him." He was like looking at us. Like, it was no joke. I'm not kidding. He did this thing where he was like, look at him. And he like pointed at Hunt. He's like, he's blonde and tall and beautiful. He like put on this weird thing. And I was like, it was like one of these things when it was happening. Like Hunt was looking at me and I was looking at him and I was like I was like repeating it. Like,
so basically, you were like Danny DeVito, and Hunt was like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, for Carlos, that was that's what he was telling me. He was like, "Look at you, you're hideous." But he was also it was funny because like he was basically like, "You look like everyone here. You are not special. You look like a Spanish person." I'm like, in my head, I'm kind of like, "That's kind of cool." I'm like, I'll say, I think that's kind of cool. I think it's cool. I was like a Spanish guy. But yeah, it was funny because he was like, he is blonde, and I'm like, he's not blonde. Like that was my response. I'm like, he's not blonde. He's not even that tall. The best was like, Hunt was like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, yes, I am. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not at all.
Man,
look at him. Women love him. And I was like, they don't love him. They don't trust me. I was like Larry David. Like I was like, listen, I know this guy. Yeah, you might think they love him. They don't love him that much. I can tell you. I live with the guy. They don't love him that much. But that was one of my favorites. I bring it up all the time. It was so funny. He was like, man, Carlos really didn't think he would. He'll always be like, Carlos didn't think very highly of you, did he?
He had to let that one out before he got left.
I did. I guess he was in love with Hunt. But yeah, no, I really don't know how I would have survived because Hunt helped set up the apartment.
Didn't you room with some random guy from France or something like that?
Yeah. We had Marion and Wilfred from France, from Bordeaux, France. And they were awesome. They were incredible. And I went to Wilfred's wedding.
I remember you telling me that. When was that? Wasn't
awesome.
Long ago, was it?
Oh, it was like 10 years ago now. But yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
But
hey, I wanted to bring this up because I was thinking about this is the topic, one of the jumping off topics.
Okay.
I was just watching Mind Rot stuff on YouTube or whatever. You know, it's like it's just like the clips, the short clips that come up. And they were showing Batman, like the old cartoon Batman. Like remember the 90s Batman. And I remember I was really scared of Two-Face on that Batman. Like really scared. To the point where when I was a child, I went over to hang out with a kid and he had the Two-Face action figure and the mom had to hide it because I would cry.
What age were you at this point?
I must have been 5 or 6, I think.
Holy cow.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, that's my son's age, my oldest son's age.
Yeah. So like I was probably Archman's age and I was having I was crying hysterically because she had to hide the action figure of Two-Face in the house. Like I think I didn't want to go there anymore after that. I was like, I'm done. I'm not going back there. If that Two-Face is in there in that house somewhere.
Man was only meant to have one face, is what you were thinking.
But my question to you was, what irrational fears did you have as a child? Like, what were the things that really scared the hell out of you when you were yet little?
I had two fears. First, and this sounds like a joke, but I saw Willy Wonka or the Charlie and the Chocolate, whichever one.
Well, it was Willy Wonka. Yeah, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was the original.
And the scene where she turns into a blueberry, and then the little munchkin guys, whatever, take her and roll her off.
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, when I say petrified me, I didn't speak the whole ride. They're from Dallas, and the whole ride home, my parents like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, I gotta turn into a blueberry. I don't want to turn into a blueberry.
Wait, hold on. So did you see the movie and then you had this fear, or did you eat a blueberry that made you think that was going to happen to you?
I saw the movie. She ate some blueberry something or other.
She gum. I think she had gum.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking oh my God, that's terrifying. And so yeah, so much so that my parents told me to call my aunt and uncle and tell them to throw it away because they thought it would make me feel better. So I did. I called my uncle. I was like, "You have to throw away that horrible, horrible movie, Willy Wonka."
But I like to imagine a world where your dad was like, "Yeah, you need to throw away that movie.
If you don't throw away that movie, my son might die.
Throw away the VHS.
Willy Wonka
Throw it away.
must be gone.
It better be. I'm gonna drive down independently of this, and I'm gonna look for that movie. And I better not find it in your house. If I find it in your house, you're no longer my brother. I'm gonna figure out a way to divorce you as a brother. I'm gonna find out if that's possible, and I'm gonna divorce you.
And I'm in the background going, "Go, Dad! Yeah!
Yeah!
Tell him!
Willy Wonka!
Tell Uncle Jerry!"
Wonka.
My second fear, I wasn't afraid of falling into the lion's den at the zoo, but I was very afraid whenever we went to the zoo that my brother would fall in there because he was so little. And
Okay.
I always remember telling my parents anytime they would go to the zoo, I'm like, make sure Jay doesn't get close to the lions. Because I just remember thinking, like, that's terrifying if he fell in there.
Well, that's
Very
that's
irrational.
very nice. That's very thoughtful.
Yeah, I guess so.
So those were it. Those were the two.
Yeah.
Not too
But I
bad.
feel like you do hear about kids falling into traps all the time. Didn't some kid fall into...
I mean, I don't know if it was all the time.
Oh, for sure they do. Kids are dumb, and parents are dumb. There was a kid, like, I don't know, 5 years ago who crawled into a gorilla pit, I think. And the zoo just didn't want to take chances, and they killed the gorilla. And
Well,
apparently people were pissed about it.
Will, that was Harambe the gorilla at the Cincinnati Zoo.
What difference does that have to do with a
Oh, Will, Harambe owned the internet for like a good couple years. I've never seen anything like this where, so yeah, the boy fell into it. I think the gorilla like was sweet to him and like picked him up and like was like,
hold on. Let me pause you right there, friend. You're painting a picture of this sweet gorilla.
Harambe was.
No. If your son fell into that Harambe,
Oh yeah, shoot him.
You wouldn't be like, I'd be like, blow his head off.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'd be like,
missiles at the gorilla. Like I'd be like, really get him. Like that's not enough. It's not enough.
Just got to blow some rockets up his butt and out his ear.
Yeah.
Like, you would just be. And that's the thing. It's like you say that gorilla had the boy and was patting him on the head.
But it was being sweet. I mean, and people, I'm telling you, dude, the fact that how did you escape Harambe? How did you not know anything about Harambe?
I did know something about Harambe. That's why I brought it up. I just forgot the name of the gorilla.
Oh, well, I mean, Harambe was like,
but people were so mad about it. It's like, okay, it's easy to talk about when it's not your kid, but if your kid fell in there, you would be calling to like destroy that gorilla at all costs.
But I will also say this, and I would say this to all the Harambe lovers too. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, listen, you better know though, I will remind my son of the beautiful gorilla he took, and I will guilt him for like he's gonna love gorillas. Like he better be like he's gonna give back to the gorilla community for the life that he took.
I would imagine, knowing the man that you are, if your son fell in that pit and they killed the gorilla, you would volunteer until they get a new gorilla to dress up in a gorilla outfit every day and go out there and entertain the masses.
I would be the gorilla.
Your name is Garambe, and you're Harambe's younger brother, and you're just as cool, and you know how to tap dance and all that good stuff.
People are like, this gorilla is great!
Because he's more famous.
I end up like Jimmy Fallon, and I just have to keep. But what if I fell in love with like being the gorilla? I didn't want to go back to my old life. That was the problem. Like my wife's like, okay, like it's time to
I
stop, and
got a
I'm
new
like,
gorilla. Let's get.
no,
I am
I'm the
Garambe.
gorilla. I'm the gorilla. Like they can't. This zoo needs me. This zoo wouldn't exist without me. Like I become like very power hungry.
Oh man.
I am this zoo.
You know, that reminds me. Have you seen that viral video of the guy who lived amongst goats and he like built a contraption so that he could walk like goats and he's just walking around eating grass?
I think I think I've seen like parts of this, but I haven't watched. No, tell me
It's
more.
insane.
What happens to him?
This man just like decided he wanted to live amongst the goats. And so he built these like little claws for all four of his arms so that he could walk on the grass. He's just sitting amongst wild goats,
And
eating grass with them.
he does that every day?
Chasey, watch that.
A British man who took on a goat's eye view of the world has been rewarded for his efforts.
Because we're all completely trapped inside our own brain and our own perception of the world. Well, maybe.
I can't make this stuff
looks like
up.
a moron.
Thomas Thwaites had a set of prosthetic legs built and spent 3 days living among goats in the Alps. He did it because he wanted a simpler life. And he says it was fascinating, a little bizarre though. Thwaites co-won an IG Nobel Prize for Biology with another man who tried living as several different animals. The IG Nobel Awards. The IG Nobel Awards honor research that may seem bizarre or amusing, but actually provokes thought. Kevin O'Shea. Don't watch the video. You try and read that script. I need a Kleenex.
The man like won a Nobel Peace Prize or something from it. And didn't is that what they said?
Yes, we are. No goats.
That looks terrible.
It didn't look comfortable, does it? It's a weird
I
contraption.
also like. Why does he have to eat the grass? Couldn't he have done all that and like pulled out a sandwich and like kind of like had all the parts of like being a goat and being like, I'm not gonna eat this. Like,
Well,
like
the
you could have
word
done
here,
that.
though, is that goats are morons. Because he's thinking, if they really fell for it, all he needed to do was eat grass and have crazy legs. But the thing is, he didn't even look like a goat. Right? The contraption
they
didn't make him any more or less look like a goat.
No, he would have had a. It would have been better if he really looked like a goat. I remember watching. There was some show years and years ago, and I remember it was like Worlds. It was one of those like Travel Channel. Remember Travel Channel? Travel Channel used to have some weird things on late, like really weird things, and it was like I remember it was this whole episode dedicated to people who like they lived really alternative lifestyles, and one guy he tattooed his whole body, and he filed his teeth down to fangs, and he lived in some island in like Scotland, excuse me, and he had like fake horns put into his head, and he like ran around just like in a loincloth, and that's his life. It's what he does.
I mean, the guy probably just had way too much haggis and lost his mind.
He also probably, let's be honest too, like, can you imagine if somebody like that's running around your backyard and you have no idea? Like, you would think it's like a demon. You would like shoot it. You'd be like, I got whatever this is. Like, there's a demon running, like an actual. I have to kill this. I have to. I would.
Come on, man. This is what I do.
Oi. Like, it's like talking at you. Like, he looked, if you saw that at like while you're waking up in the morning, and that, because again, I think he just kind of like putzed around some island in Scotland. Like, if you're out there, like, you know, visiting, or like you just like take a little ferry out there for the day and you see that,
You would. I mean, yeah, you'd have a hard time going camping again. That's for sure.
I think his whole body was tattooed, and he made himself look like a reptile man.
Were the
or
tattoos
something.
cool, or what were they?
No, he looked like a reptile man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, but if your tattoos, the goals of your tattoos is to cover your body to look like a reptile man, not cool.
What was the legit last time you were like kind of scared like that? Like not like scared in a moment, like recurring.
Oh no. I still get freaked out if I see like a mouse coming at me or something like that. Like that scares me.
Oh, but why a mouse?
Because it's like in your house.
But
Like it
but
will
they're-
if
but
a
they're
mouse.
roaches.
But it's a little if a little mouse was in your house and like just in the room and you didn't know it and you saw something like scurry by you.
I don't know, man. The phrase "a little mouse in your house" sounds sweet.
Like not it doesn't like listen, it doesn't like scare me in the sense of like it's going to kill me or it's going to
No, it scares you in the way that eating blue cheese scares me. It's just gross and you don't like it.
But no, what I'm saying is when you see blue cheese or I jump. I still will jump. I will jump. A mouse.
Yeah, okay. That's why James Bond is cool, by the way.
I mean, well, James Bond was cool for a lot of reasons, but and I also think like, man, what are they gonna do? Will, what are they gonna do?
Who?
They killed him. They killed James Bond. What are they gonna do now?
I know. You know what? The first time I saw that in the theater, I absolutely hated it. I went back and saw it. I hated it, but I didn't hate it as much. It grew on me.
I mean, he kind of went out pretty. It was a pretty cool way to go out.
It was better than I remembered. The Casino Royale is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Well, Casino Royale's amazing, and so is
Skyfall.
Skyfall.
But Casino Royale might be the perfect movie. There's really not a flaw in that movie.
I need to rewatch Casino Royale.
It's so good.
I also got to rewatch Skyfall because Skyfall's awesome.
Skyfall
Those two,
is very good.
those two are like just great movies. They're
Really
like really great movies.
Casino
I also
Royale
need to go.
might be the perfect movie.
All right, I might go back and rewatch Casino Royale.
Here's the thing. Eva Green, who was the Bond lady, Bond woman, and that, she's gorgeous. But I mean, I'd be lying if I said that Daniel Craig didn't steal the gorgeous show.
Not good enough for your Daniel Craig. You're like when you think it's funny. I did think so highly of Daniel Craig as Bond that I did kind of have that moment where I'm like, not good enough for my man. Like I was like becoming like the judgmental.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I became like the judgmental mother. Like, not good enough for my Craig. My Daniel Craig. I also can I say this? As much as I love Daniel Craig, I hate a man with two first names. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Makes it hard because in my head I just called him Craig. His name's not Craig. He's Daniel Craig. But it's confusing because think about even growing up. I'm sure he got it all the time. Where you're like Craig Daniels, Daniel. It's a hard existence, and the parents could have avoided that pretty easily.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So you think the remedy to that was his last name is Craig? So they should have made his first name a last name sounding thing, like Smith.
Maybe
Craig?
they should. What would work with?
Or
you know what he
Skag
should have
Craig?
done? He should have just gone by D.
D. Craig?
D. Craig.
I don't even know what to say to that. D. Craig?
Yeah, he should have been D. D. Craig.
That somehow sounds like a weight loss pill. Like, I used D. Craig for 5 weeks, and I've already lost 67 pounds.
You know what's so interesting with those commercials, and maybe it's a good thing, but like it's funny because you see all the celebrities who are on the weight loss stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like, I mean, they're very thin. Like it's wild how effective the pills have been, and
Right.
or pills or shots have been.
Yeah.
But on the commercials, my thought's always like, how big were you? Like, because the commercials, they're always like still pretty big, and they're like doing really active things. Like it's like a really, really large woman dancing, and she's like, I've been on this for a year and a half, and I feel great. And I'm like, well, what were we looking at like before this? Like what kind of like? And I'm really happy for you. I'm happy that you can do this. But like, what are we talking about here? Where did we start? I keep thinking that
You've had a crazy journey. Like you were rolling everywhere.
They were on my 600-pound life before, and now they're pirouetting in the park.
I couldn't stop touching nachos. To
Dude,
dancing.
God, my mother-in-law loves that show.
Which show? Oh, my 600-pound life.
They love it, and they're always like they're all here. My mother-in-law watches the wildest stuff, and she's always like, "These people are sick. These people are sick people."
Oh, she watches it in like a judgy way. She didn't.
Oh no,
Not
she,
like
I
an
think
inspirational way.
she just keeps being like, "These people are sick. I gotta turn away. I can't." I'm like, "Why did you put this on?" He does. Look at him, room. Look how like it's just like it's the weirdest thing. Oh man, I love my mother-in-law. Oh my god, can we talk about what happened with my son?
Yes, please.
So I'll send in the picture. So I think, and maybe do you get in this battle with Joe, or like your maybe not mother and father, and I don't know. Like I think I like Trey with longer hair. I think it looks
Me too,
cool.
yeah, I like my own with longer hair. Yeah.
Looks cool. He's and here's the funny thing. We were trying to figure out what his hair looks like when it's like messy.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got cool hair. He's got, honest to God, he's got, this sounds weird, but you'll get it. He's got like, oh, you froze. Will, you there?
You froze.
Oh, that was weird. You froze.
Yeah, I'm there, but you froze.
You made a very upset face.
You were like this.
You looked like the eagle from the Muppets.
Oh yeah? Well, you look like the fish from the Muppets.
That judgy eagle.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. No, so my son's hair. I envy it because I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
He's got the It looks like Meg Ryan's hair. If that makes any sense.
No. Oh, you said so many crazy things tonight. You're talking about how cool your son's hair looks, and here I am thinking you're gonna say like Bradley Cooper or Brad Pitt or one of the Brads. You said Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan had cool hair.
Hold on. Hold on.
If you put it on
before you had a kid, if I were building him like a video game player, and I said, okay, let's go to hair now. You can do Brad Pitt's hair. You can do, Fabio. You can do, Denzel Washington from the, the 70s. Or what about, let's do, I don't know, Meg Ryan. Would you say?
Here's the thing. I think you'd pick it not knowing it was Meg Ryan's hair. I tell you this because when you go and look, because Meg Ryan has like cool, like, anime. It's like anime hair. It's like real life Dragon Ball Z. Hey, it's cool. It's like.
What are we talking here? Are we talking like you got male Meg Ryan, or are we talking like later?
You got. I'm saying like earlier Meg Ryan, where it was that short, messy, sort of like spiky, kind of like it was cool.
Like I would have what she's having, Meg Ryan. Like
I guess so. Yeah. Maybe like, but not like, but like, I would say I say Resnick kind of, he's got kind of John Resnick hair too. Like,
oh, you're talking later, Meg Ryan, like the part down the middle, like almost like
no, I'm not talking part. I'm not talking even part. I'm talking about just like it's a messy, but it's long and it kind of is like big. It like naturally goes into little spiky things. It's cool.
Okay.
It's a cool hair. It's a cool hair. And I will show a picture to demonstrate that I'm not a crazy person.
Okay.
And maybe even show a picture of Meg Ryan and be like, you're right. It does kind of look like Meg Ryan's hair. Anyway,
Okay.
It's cool. But it's in his eyes. It's getting longer. This really irritates the mom, really irritates the mother-in-law.
They don't like the long hair.
They don't like it. They're like, they're like disgusted. They're like, it's in his eyes. He can see. He's fine. Like the other thing is like, they're like, it's in his eye. It's like, he's not an infant. He can move it or he's fine. He's okay. Well, guess what? They decide to take things into their own hands.
Oh no.
And try. Listen, that's one of those things where it's like, it's good to just stay in your lane. I understand. Like, there's reasons these people are professionals.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So
yeah.
they tried to do something, and then they panicked and tried to do something some more, and it got worse.
Oh no.
And so, it was bad, and then they ended up going to a barber. And they shortened it up. So it started and it looked like
were you mad, by the way, when you saw it?
No, I'm not mad. Again, it's his hair. I don't care. I mean, it's just like listen, he looked cool before. I think he looked cool. It's okay. Yeah. It's not my hair. I'm taking him to another barber tomorrow though.
Oh, to fix it.
Yeah, because the guy who did it tonight he looks just like Lloyd Christmas.
He looks so happy though.
He does look happy. It looks
like Santa made him really happy there.
Do you ever want to play Santa, Will? Would you ever want to be a Santa?
Not especially. In fact, Jordan and I were just talking about how we want to handle Santa. Archie, well, here's the deal. Archie came up to Jordan. He's like, Santa's not real, right? And Jordan goes, of course he is. And he's like, no, I don't think he is. He's like, I don't buy it. He was basically just like, I don't buy it. And so Jordan kind of played it out, shrugged it off, and she came to me and she's like, how do we want to handle this? And I'm like, it is kind of an insane idea to convince your kid for so many years that this man's coming down the chimney to like, it's kind of insane, right?
You know what the easy move is?
Huh.
I don't know. Because you don't.
You don't know about... Here's the thing, though. My son is he's a thinker. He just likes to think about everything. He loves to question everything. The cogs are always turning.
Those are good qualities to have.
Yeah. His papa never had that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And so I know he's going to be like, if you don't know, then why do you let him sneak into our house? Because I always tell him, like, nobody's going to break in here. Dad's never going to let that happen. And it's just like one time a year, I just let him come into our house. And how do I say I don't know if the gifts just magically appear there, right?
You could I guess you could say, here's how I would combat that. I'd be like, listen, I've been trying to get an alarm system in the chimney. It's just not working, and maybe he gets it that way. I don't know.
Wouldn't that scare you? He's like, well, Santa sounds like a crafty criminal.
I'd say, sounds right. We need to do something about this. We got to do something about this guy.
My son just gets really smart. He's like, we need to form a task force. We need to nip this in the bud. This man has gone too far.
This guy is out of control. Which, you know what? I mean, kind of gives credence to, like, there's always the villains in the Christmas movies who are like, I have to stop Santa. Like, yeah, you probably should. Like, if he's really doing these terrible, if he's breaking it, that's too much power for somebody to have.
Too much power. He's almost like Pope-esque he's like risen to too much power.
Well, yeah, but listen, the Pope ain't sneaking into your house. He's way.
Sure.
I mean, the Pope. All the Pope's doing is hopefully, like, praying for you and giving advice. This guy's breaking into houses. He's flying around with reindeer. He's much more dangerous.
Yes, that's true. And plus, like, I'm about to get a new roof. I don't need that crap on top of my roof. And I got solar panels.
What kind of roof you gonna get?
A pretty darn good one. You live in a split or in a duplex. How do you handle that roofing?
Well, first of all, I would tell you it's not a duplex, Will. I will tell you what we call it up here. We call them twin homes.
Oh, a twin home.
A twin home. So yeah, but you have to, if you are going to do a roof, it usually makes sense to just be like, hey, do you want, that's what my neighbor asked. He was like, when he redid his roof, he's like, hey, do you want to do yours too? And it'll bring the price down. And like, I need to redo the roof anyway. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So
I feel like roofs are always getting damaged. My roof is 6 years old and it already
well,
needs...
it's because you have people dancing on your roof all the time.
That's true.
You gotta let those dancers get off the roof.
I can't help it. I like them up there. They help with the aesthetic. They say, Will, why you got people dancing on your roof? I said, because I like it. Back off, Nina.
That would be awesome. Will, I love the idea where you just wrap up something insane, get an insane gift.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Think about at some of these like parties you go to in other people's homes where you could so easily sneak something like that under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
No one would know.
Yeah.
No one would know.
Yeah. I love the idea of doing that too. First off, JC talking about something I found on Etsy, and it was very suggestive, very graphic, and it was a Christmas tree ornament. And I thought it was bizarre and funny. And JC was like, you should give this to your mother. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see my mother cry on Christmas. So he was like, well, you just buy it for someone and give it to them. I do like that idea. One time for an office holiday party, someone drew another coworker for a gift. And instead of getting them something good, like you were supposed to get like a legit gift, like under $20, they got them one Taco Bell bean and cheese burrito. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it. They didn't even wrap it. They just put it in a Taco Bell bag. And I'm like, that's funny. It's crazy, but also hysterical. I love that idea.
Yeah, I do love, like, I do feel like as I get, that is something I think I'm going to do. As I get older, like older, I do think I'm just going to want to be an agent of chaos.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Like, I'm kind of shocked, like, more older people don't do that. Like, I think I'm going to go, like, I'm going to go off the rails.
Same.
Like, I'm going to, like, lean into it big time.
Like, shave the hair on your head and package it up and give it to your grandson. And just be like,
yeah,
save that one day.
Yeah.
It's going to be valuable one day.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying again, rogue gifts that are like that, like, give like a 6-year-old like, or like $100 and be like, have fun. Just do crazy things.
Oh, you're talking about cool stuff. I thought you just.
I mean, no. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, every once in a while, most of it won't be cool. Every once in a while, you do one of those cool things, but most of it's probably not cool. But I'm saying, just constantly, just creating situations where, like, how can I make this situation interesting? Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do.
I'm up for that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Do you ever think you're going to end up in an old folks home?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I
kind of think it could be fun.
I think it's all fun until it's actually about to happen, and then you're like, I don't want to do that because I don't think you can leave unless you have like a loved one take you out. Like you're essentially like,
Mm,
I don't know. My grandma, who was a very sweet woman, had dementia, and she was really slipping, and she lived in Bartlesville all by herself.
hmm
And my dad and his five other siblings took her and put her in a home in Tulsa. And when I say she was pissed, she was so angry. And as they were trying to comfort her and get her settled in, the nurse came in and said, "Annette, uh, it's bingo time. Do you want to play bingo and meet some of the other people?" And she goes, "I don't give a damn about bingo." And I remember thinking, I would probably be the same way.
Well, yeah, because you think about like what happened. Yeah, that makes. Think about what you're. Let's just take a step back.
You
And I
no
wanna
longer
say this
live in
with
your
love.
home, and it's not your choice.
I want to say this with love. Your father and his brothers kidnapped their mother
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, guess what? You're no long you're not our problem anymore. We're kidnapping you and we're giving you to these people that aren't us.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing. We're going to pay them
Yeah.
to just take you."
Yeah.
It's can you imagine, Will, if all of a sudden, like, what if Jordan one day, because, like, let's be honest, being married to you is probably pretty hard. What if she just woke up one day and said, "You know what? I'm just going to call." There's some company that just picks up Will and just puts Will in a home.
Putting your spouse in a home is a completely different thing.
Well, I'm just saying though, but I listen. Listen. I'm just saying conceptually, it's not.
Here's the thing. My mom has said many, 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 many times, like I've told myself my kids want to put me in a home when they decide it's time for me to go, I will go peacefully. And I'm like, there's no chance that's happening. No, I just don't think anybody goes to a home like that willingly.
Louis C.K. talked about this because he just did this with his dad.
Oh yeah,
And he said, it's so true. He's like, I didn't want to look at him anymore, so I just paid someone else to take him away because I don't have to look at him anymore. And then I go for a visit and I'll look at him and he, won't look at me, or I'll just stare at him for about an hour. And then I say, okay. It's crazy. It's such a crazy concept. Everything about it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. But, okay. Let's say that you don't have dementia or whatever, and you're older, and you're just like, let's say it's just you, right? Mm-hmm. Something happens, it's just you. Okay? And maybe you want to go there. Maybe it's like camp, Mm-hmm. Bunch of old people.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of all live together.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fun, couldn't it be? How long do you think you're going to be around?
I don't know. The men went in their like late 60s, early 70s. So, I don't know.
Not good. That's not good, dude.
No, it's not. But
that's young. Early 70s, they were dead?
The late 60s one did not take care of himself. The early 70s, he had a brain aneurysm. That's not like a... That's just kind of a...
Yeah, that's not... Yeah.
Accident.
Dude, all mine are still alive, which I guess means I'm going to be around potentially for a long time.
That's true. Who knows, man? Maybe if I'm around, maybe I'm going to have to wipe your butt.
Yeah, maybe you're wiping my butt. Maybe I'm wiping your butt.
Trey's going to hire me. Maybe you're the one wiping my butt because you're going to be around so long. My sons are going to pay you. We'll do a live pod in our 80s.
Yeah.
While you're cleaning me and bathing me.
That'd be terrible. You'd be terrible. You know what's something you would do? You would pretend to be sick and you'd be fine just because it'd be like a game to you. You just be sitting there like giggling, like
It's time for my sponge bath,
oh, poor guy doesn't even know where he is, and you're just like,
JC.
man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I say like. That's why on the podcast I'm always saying things like that's a cool way to go, like dying in an airplane. I'm like, that's cooler than going off slowly. I want people.
I guess.
I want people at my funeral to say that man left this earth in fashion.
Yeah. I mean, again, we've talked about this a couple times, but like, again, the goal is plan a weird funeral.
Yeah,
Which
what's
I
your
am,
funeral look like?
I am dead set on.
What's your funeral like?
Open bar.
Okay.
Gonna be an open bar.
Mm-hmm.
Real aggressive hip hop will be played. Like very like offensive hip hop.
Okay.
Like unedited stuff where like I want people
What
to
are
be
people
like,
supposed to do? Are they supposed to dance at the hip hop?
well,
Or just be offended by hip hop?
I do think it would be funny. You know how like there's times when you've gone to funerals and they're like, now we're gonna play a song, and you have to like watch like
yeah.
a like a videos play or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious to play. Like again, I got a couple songs in mind, and then just be subjected to like stupid pictures of really bad, stupid pictures of
Yeah,
like of me or at events or whatever.
like eating
and
a
then
calzone. Yeah.
But then I would also like what I'd want to do. Here's what I'd want to do. I would want to have the ability to edit. This is what I would do. Actually, here's what I would do. I would be like, okay, we're gonna have these pictures, and then we're gonna play. I'd play random sports clips that really I was happy with, like Brendan Presley like running back the punt kickoff of the Oklahoma State Bedlam, like clips like that were like really important to me, and then like also like funny videos that were very big at the time, like like I don't know,
Charlie
maybe
bit my finger.
like Charlie bit my finger. Maybe I would like show the clip. Remember, I really oh man, JC loved this meme, and like just like ridiculous like things that people are like, what? My goal would be for people to be like,
it would be like you would do something like, okay, now everybody look under your seat. There's a nerd rope in here. JC's favorite candy. Eat it. It was his last request.
Eat it right now.
Hey,
as you listen to really offensive music, where I would want like older, really sweet women to be upset about what they were listening to. That's what I want. No.
Do you remember? This is a true statement that I'm about to say. Jordan and I got our will done a couple years ago.
Wow.
Well, just in case, you never know, and just because that way all of our assets we know go to our kids and that they're taken care of and blah blah. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I demanded in my will, this is 100% true. At my funeral, in my will, I said JC Crum and Jordan Hill have to do an interpretive dance to Tutti Frutti by Little Richard at my funeral. That is 100% in my will. I need to dig it up and just prove it. But you guys, if I die, that's the cosmic joke that I'm going to be laughing at in the heavens. And everyone's going to be so confused.
Wow.
And
girl, Daisy. Always.
You guys are going to be ashamed walking up there, and you're going to be like, this is in Will's will. We don't want to do this, but we have to.
Man, F that guy.
I'd love to know if people laugh or if people are like upset that I ruined my own funeral.
Why did you do that? He made me. He put it in the will. That's awesome.
I'm looking forward
I
to
love that.
one.
Yeah, well, you'll be looking down upon just
Either I'm going to
laughing.
your funeral one day and it will be aggressive rap and nerds ropes, or you'll go to my funeral and you have to do an interpretive dance to Tutti Frutti.
I do. That really does want to be the goal. And then again, also, I do want also like the forced party aspect where people are like, he also was not going to let you leave for another 90 minutes. It's open bar. Good luck. One of these kind of things where people are like, what? I can't leave? They're like, yes, you have to go to the, you are, if, I'm sorry, you have to have a drink or this or whatever. And they're like, I don't drink. It's like, for those people, there's dessert. You better eat 4 donuts. Or like, there's like it's just forced punishment from me. Just like.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Just to really like, dang it,
have to
like
eat ridiculously hot sauce, like hot wings, or do you have to like
that, or you have to have you better have a few drinks and have a designated driver and all that stuff. Like, it's happening. Like, my goal is to kind of ruin your day, to own your day to a degree, you know?
I'm looking forward to your funeral, man.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's some weird makeouts. I'm all about it.
I mean, if that doesn't happen, it's a disappointment for sure.
It's a disappointment. Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
You want those, you know?
This podcast took a dark, weird, bizarre turn.
Real dark. Oh my God. I know. I'm so sorry, everybody. Ugh.
If you're still listening.
If you're still listening. Oh, man. All right, man.
Well, duties, we appreciate you listening to another... We appreciate you listening to this podcast where we impart all sorts of thought-provoking wisdom. We know that we made you smarter, and you're welcome.
It's kind of like listening to Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah.
We
you're not
kind
doing
of do
this
the
for
same
entertainment.
thing.
You're doing this to be almost to suckle at the teat of enlightenment, and you're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're always trying to do is suckle of the teat. We're like the big mama pig, and you're the little piglets just grabbing for those
just putting milk
dude
all over
teats.
the place of juicy wisdom. This just is a mess of an episode. I'm sorry, duties.
All right, have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Bye, duties.